Welcome back to Derail Valley Simulator. And today, it's finally the day. There are no more fees, and I have 76,000 in the bank. In the bank? No, in my wallet. So it's finally time to get the DH4 license. Now, I've done the... You first need to own train length 2 in order to buy this license? Why? What? 20 grand. 20... Well, if it says so, then it says so. We only have 6,800 left. But we're allowed to drive the DH4 now. And then my copay went up by 10,000. That is a lot. Don't throw that there. Just throw it there. And train length 2. And another 10,000 copay. So that means if I get fees, I have to pay at least 20 grand more to clear them. But she's already here. Finally, I get to get inside of this beast. Or at least it looks like a beast. Electrics, starter is on. Close that. Brake pipe's already complaining about that. Handbrake, sanders, wipers, cab lights on, lights rear, lights front. There. Well, that sucks. It's reverser, cab heater, doesn't work. Good to know. The cooler does work. Alright. And the windows get to open. Right, so here we can see it working already. The lights are red in the back. They're white in the front currently. And we can go even further, but not with the red. Alright, so if we put it like this, there, it's just showing red. And that's the high beams. The very high beams. But for now, it's just daytime. So let's turn the turntable my way. Close the doors. And take this beast for its first initial spin. Let's pull her out. We're on. Yes, we are. So then we'll turn that way out to the open road. And here we go. Now, for its first haul, I don't really have anything planned yet. So basically, it's just see what we can find. But hey, we're driving it. We are in. I'm slowing her down. Now here's a dynamic brake. If you turn that up, then it will trade in heat for braking, trying to slow itself down. But after certain speeds it no longer works. See, if we do this, we turn it up now, it doesn't brake it at all. We can do what we want, but it's not gonna change anything. There, 30 is good enough. Should be able to work with 30. And now it's working. You can see the RPMs bleed off. And now shutting it down. There. Well, that's a quick guide through how to work this. Well, that's annoying. Now let's look at, not at the wall, at jobs. I've already sorted out a couple that I can do, which were mainly hazmat. I think that's going to be the next one to unlock, next license to unlock, hazmat 1 and 2. Because basically hazmat 1 and 2 are the best money makers in the game. Now, this is only 40 grand and 130 grand, but I was thinking 14 grand and 10 grand. The food factory in town, or to the steel mill and then see what the steel mill brings us, or we go back to the machine factory. So then we have to go all the way this way. Now it's not a heavy load, but it's a load nonetheless. There's more empty cars for the machine factory. Now that makes it more lucrative. I think we're going to take these two. And then when we get there, we might have the money for the remote. And then now, we'll move it forward a little bit. To see that everything is working perfectly fine. Opening the door and going to take the jobs. Now that we're completely connected, lined up, and ready to go. It's this one and that one. This one. And that one. And let's get going. Turn off the brakes and let's get going. Now all we need to watch, to be sure, is this one for the oil temperature, which is basically just the hydraulic oil temperature. That it will not get out of hand, because this arrow is trying to follow this arrow. And the more they differentiate, the more this one goes up. Now if I do this, that felt like we were doing crazy stuff. And the more they differentiate, as I was saying, the faster this one goes up. I'm just gonna keep it at 30 for now, because we're still in the harbor and town and we're not about that crazy life yet. Alright, slowly towards a 40. We can take a 40 through here because it's not too much of a bend. It's actually quite a big bend, but it's not too much. And we need to keep our speed up because we're going into a climb. And yes, I know the locomotive is rated for 800 tons, and this is far from 800 tons. And we'll put it through the test sooner rather than later. And I bet that machine factory in town has enough to push it. Over that limit. Oh, that's just a blower blowing air into the engine. Alright. So we keep it at around 40. Which route are we going to take? We are going in there. Do we need to change it? In my live stream I passed by, we need to change it. Now we're going back into the tunnel. We are going to stay at a 40. She's warm, she's toasty, but not overly hot. Not yet. But what if I do this? Then we're going into a 70. And we're going to try and do a 45 here. For now. Until we're clear of any sudden turns and twists, and we're gonna push her to the limit sooner than you might expect. Which would be probably now. This is a 40 turn, so I'm not gonna push it too much. I wish I could. But it's better if I don't. It's a 40 turn with more than 20 20 kph going faster afterwards, which is good, which is real good. I'm hearing grindy noises, but the grindy noises are not too bad yet. And then we're going to get a 70 with a 20%, with a minimum of 20 drops, so it's going to be 50 after. And then it's going to be another 70. These are the world's most annoying turns. I'd rather just stay standing. It's not the most ideal it's not the most ideal locomotive to travel in, but it gets the job done. And then we're going into a 40. With a Y split. Are we going to do anything with it? Probably not, because I don't recall coming by here. I don't recall changing this point. Rather. And we're going into the tunnel, which is a 70 with a 1.1% grade, pushing itself up. And another 70, which is going to drop probably. Shouldn't drop too hard though, because there's some fairly weak bends coming up, so we should still be good with a 70. Going to keep it here. How's fuel doing? Fairly good, fairly good. It's not too hard on drinking all that fuel. Reservoir, brake pipes, good. And now we're letting it roll. It's fairly smooth. God, I sometimes love these views here that it can bring. Wow, the plume of smoke just really stuck around. Oh, it's not even mine. Here, there's another one. And I was thinking it was mine. I was almost ready to report myself to Greenpeace or some organization like that, but it wasn't even me. No worries. Just push it a little harder. Let's get her going. God, I love these long trains. Just love the sight of it. Just bring something cool, you know? Let's get it going. Alright, a 70. Slow her down a little bit. Stop using that brake, though. Start using the engine brake. And we are already below 60. Just playing with the needle a little bit. Well, those are words any drug dealer would say. We're going to MF machine factory in town. We are almost near steel mill. We're almost. Let's see, about a quarter of the way, 20%, 40%, I think. I think farm is about halfway. That's a 60. Coming up to 60, so I'm going to let off the throttle. Let it off a little bit more. Now that's a nice 60. Just let it off a little bit more. Because that 60 is for the back of the train and not for me. Because I'm already entering an 80. What's that doing with the temperature? Just keeping it synced up. Not a whole lot, it's just speeding me up. We're going into a 60 turn. That's a 50 turn. And there we go. Still a 50 turn though. Come on, don't break it, don't break it. Don't die. Come on. Yes, we made it through alive. I can be so tedious at moments. Trying to keep that speed up. So we're going into the farm. And I think we are aligned for greatness. Or are we? Through? I hope this is the through road. That one going there. Loading tracks. Even though they are loading tracks, I should be able to pass through. Yes, I should. Now we're at 50, so just keep that speed. We are passing through correctly. Nice. Could have also taken 1L, but hey. This is one of the few that has the 3 loading tracks, so that one you cannot set up beforehand. Oh, you kinda can, but it's not the best to do that, because if you do, then you're probably going to be pointed to another one. And then all your work was for all your effort was for nothing. All the effort was for nothing. Anyway, by the way, what I forgot to tell you, and what I forgot to mention, is that I got a different mic installed this time. I've had this mic for a while. Been trying to set it up correctly for a long time. And I think I finally found a setup that works for this one. So let me know how it sounds, and if you like it over the other one, or if you like the other one more. I'd like to know all your opinions, because yeah, it's no use to work with this one if no one likes it. It does make editing a little bit simpler though, because it doesn't require as much voice editing, like the pitch and stuff like that. And there we go, below 60. Lined up correctly, and we need to slow it down to a 30. Slow it down to a 30 until we're out of that. Open up a window because it's still getting toasty, even though I did get the fan on. And now we're able to push it back up to a 50. That's a 50. All right. And then we need to get off the throttle because this is 60, but here we're entering City Southwest, which is a really sharp turn when we're in there. Oh, that was trippy. Yeah, that's trippy. I hope you don't see that due to YouTube compressing, but it's a really trippy look. And it looks like we're set for passing straight through. At a 50, it says a 50, but I don't trust the 50. Going to do it at least at maximum at a 40. I would even... I hit my microphone there. I would even consider doing a 30. Now that's a cool look. I'm already in the woods with the loco, and the back of the train is still halfway down the city. That's just the coolest part of having a long train, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, I like that. And now it's just one straight road up. Stop your complaining. We're gonna try and get our speed record. We already broke that. We're at 80 now. And the next turn is going to be an 80. I think we're gonna keep it at 80. Can we go faster? Probably. Should we go faster? Probably not. Should even slow down a little bit. A lot of bit. We are lined up correctly, and that's a 70. Quite sharp for a 70 though, in my opinion. Oi, almost going deaf. It's a 70. We're far away from 70, so push it. How's fuel going? Not even a quarter used. Oil is doing good. Sand's not touched. I like this loco. Depending on what what the pricing is going to say when I'm going into the repair shop. But yeah, so far I like this loco. How far are we? Almost pulling in there. That's a 100 speed limit, so we're going to push it. And it doesn't overheat as quick as the DE2. Well, I say that as it's starting to overheat like crazy. But when you put 2 notches back, then you can slowly see it drop. And here it'll stabilize there because of the fan. Pulling into the city. Oh right, I might be smart if I go and check on what tracks I have to drop them. C2S for the long one and C2S, everything C2S. Right, so where is C2S? Let's check it. Is this C yard? C yard. And this is C2S. Am I correct? C2S. And we're going here. This one is lined correctly. This one is lined correctly. This one is now lined correctly. And this one is lined correctly. Well then. Let's drop the brakes. Hit the power. And get going. Oh, he's pulling her straight through the brakes. That's insane. So as we're pulling in, C2S, yeah. Everything goes to the same track. That's cool. 60, we're doing 35. That's 50 for both sides. Still doing 35. And this one I'm going to sit out on at the back. That way I know when I'm almost pulling into the right where to dump the brakes. Because I'm not rich enough to buy the remote yet. Yet, I said. There we are. Should be good right there. Alright, let's check which one is the shorter one. That's 32 should be the last one. This is 687. It's 96. And that's one of the next one. It's 91. 784. And this one should be On a handbrake. Close, close. Unlock. Release, release. Dump you, dump you. You go. And then slowly push it back. How much space do we have? Enough. To only just fit in there. Shut up, it's almost nighttime. People are trying to sleep. Probably. So let's push it slowly. Stop. Small one still in there. Only barely, so we're going to the station to do the small consist so that we can push it out of its bay. It's the short one. It's already validated. Thank you, that's 11 grand. There. So what if I put it on the handbrake there? Don't kiss the wall, please. Low. Put you in. Oh, it's validated. Nice. That's great. And that's 18 grand. So we're back up to 36. Now we still need to fix the loco. Which will be a challenge up in and of itself. Which I will pass these on the loading track, or I will do it on 3. No, I'll do it on the loading track. The perks is, this one I can reverse without stopping. And that did not touch. Perfect. Shh. Don't make too much noise inside the cabin, because outside I don't care. Then we need to go to the roundhouse, which is right over there, and there's another one sitting right there, and a DE6 also. We are aligned for the repair shop, I think. Let's roll to it. Someone really needs to come by this with a weed whacker. I mean, come on. I do understand that it's a wasteland, but this is ridiculous. Clean your lawn. Don't you guys have dads to fix that? And let's see how expensive this loco is to fix. Doesn't work anymore. That one doesn't work because all the breakers are off. I like that they simulated that. Hold it. Okay. Alright. There's no electrical powertrain, so I don't need to fix that. Mechanical powertrain. That was 2400. The wheels, 1000. No body damage. Oil was only 390. No sand used. And the diesel. Holy. She thirsty. That's 8,025. Alright. Well. That leaves us. Don't drop it. That leaves us with enough if we keep enough. If there is not any hidden fees. Let's see. 200. Alright. So our copay currently is 20 grand. Ah, this is getting ridiculous. But hey, I'll gladly pay the 245. Thank you. There is some shunting going on, which is good. Back to the harbor and town. No. To the coal mine. Ooh. Going here. That's interesting. And it's 23 grand? 23 grand? That's worth it. I do have to say it's quite a drive though. I'm gonna wish you guys a good night, a good day, or a good morning, depending on when you're watching this. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.